This week, we head down to the Fraser coast and across to Fraser Island. It's the largest sand island in the world, and we're really keen to get over there to do some off-road driving.
Hey guys, and welcome to a new episode.
Hi there, welcome.
So at the moment we're on our way to Fraser Island.
Ooh.
We're on the boat, we're on the barge, the car's back there, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We got on the barge and we're on our way, and we're going to spend a few days exploring beautiful Fraser Island.
Yeah, we dropped Archie off first thing at a friend's house. We're really lucky, we've got a friend who lives in Hervey Bay.
Yeah.
So Archie's going to be loving having a nice big garden to play in for a couple of days.
Oh, absolutely. So he'll be spoiled for a few days with those guys, and then gives us a chance to explore Fraser Island, because it's obviously a national park, so no domestic pets are allowed over there. There's lots of dingoes and wildlife over there as well, so Archie isn't allowed to come with us, unfortunately.
So we have both been to Fraser Island before, but this is the first time we've done it off our own steam.
Yeah, it's a bit scary, so driving around on the sand and everything, so that'll be an experience for sure. So
yeah, we've only ever done organised tours before.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So, and if anyone who doesn't know, so Fraser Island is the world's largest sand dune island, pretty much, and all the highways are made out of sand, and there'll be a lot of beach driving. And it's just a genuinely beautiful place to visit Fraser Island.
Yeah, and it's an amazingly smooth crossing on the barge.
Yeah, really smooth. I'm barely moving at the moment. So, anyway, we're probably going to get there in about 10-15 minutes, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so.
And the tyres have already been let down, so we're ready to go. And really looking forward to exploring this beautiful island.
Yeah, I think we need to go slip, slop, slap because the sun is out today.
Yeah, it's strong today, isn't it? All right, let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, we've come over here it's on the east coast on the beach. It's called the SS Maheno, not too sure, shipwreck. So this used to be a luxury cruise liner that would sail between Auckland and Sydney quite regularly. And then in the war, it got turned into a hospital ship. And after the war, the Japanese bought it just for scrap metal. And on the way to being towed back to Japan, it ran aground and was shipwrecked. And it's been here ever since. It was a cyclone and it brought it up on shore. And since then, well, at the start it was a visitor attraction. So people would have weddings on here, concerts, but then gradually as the salt water came, it just rusted away and we're just left with what you see now.
like a sunrise warming us up. Been spending all your time lifting me up. All of the things I've been worrying seem to be disappearing now, reminding me what days should be made of. Sunshine betting on a good time. I've been chasing butterflies all afternoon. Night drives cruising on the high life, spending all of my time kicking with you, honey, with you. Ooh, honey, with you. Oh. We're on a coaster, we're on a cloud. Hands in the stars, we're beautiful now. All of the plans I've been making seem to be figuring themselves out. Letting them go, look at all we found. Sunshine betting on a good time. I've been chasing butterflies all afternoon. Night drives cruising on the high life, spending all of my time kicking with you, honey, with you. Ooh, honey, with you. Oh, honey, with you.
Right, we're spending 2 nights on Fraser Island. The first night we're staying at a little place called Dilly Village, just by the beach, just south of Yorong. It's actually owned by the University of the Sunshine Coast. It's like a little research facility, and they have all this kind of housing here. So it's a little private campground, and I think it was about $70 per night, and we get this little cabin behind us. Now it's pretty rustic. It isn't 5-star accommodation, that's for sure, but you know, it does the job for us. I'll have a look inside. Here we go. Oh yes. So it's pretty small. It's just 2 singles, one for me, one for Hannah. Obviously Archie's on the mainland, but yeah, it's a little little rustic. But I think what we're going to do is when we booked this place, Yorong and Kingfisher didn't have any accommodation left. It was totally booked out, but we just had a look at Kingfisher and they do have availability for some reason. So we do have enough points to stay there for free for a night. So I think that's what we might do, and just do this side of the island around here today, and then head over there and do the Kingfisher Bay tomorrow and stay at the resort. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by Hannah dancing around, avoiding the flies.
I'm getting bitten by sandflies. It's just one. He's chasing me. Not funny. Not funny. I have put on so much repellent, you have no idea. I reek, and still they want to come and bite me. Good morning, it's our second day in Fraser Island. We've got a full day here, lots of exciting things planned. We got up very early this morning, very early for us, 6 AM, and we packed up and we are now driving up the beach towards Eli Creek.
Right, we were afraid this might happen. We made it all the way to Eli Creek, but we knew it was coming on high tide. It's still 2 hours away from high tide, but yeah, it's completely cut off. So it's crazy that the tides come in this far, to be honest. And yeah, so we can't cross Eli Creek at all at the moment. So we're just gonna have to sit around here for a few hours until the tide goes back out. aren't we?
Yeah, but that's a good thing because we haven't had our breakfast yet.
Yeah, so we might set up the awning and make some brekkie, I reckon.
Yeah.
But first, before the crowds get here, because there's plenty of cars already coming, I reckon we go check out Eli Creek.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go. So here at Eli Creek, they have a boardwalk which takes you a couple of 100 meters into the island, and you can float down the perfectly still freshwater creek, which is Eli Creek. It's pretty cool. We just waded through it to get to the boardwalk. It's pretty nippy, isn't it? It's pretty cold. But yeah, it's a lovely little place, really, and perfect for a dip. Even at this time, at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's very hot. So yeah, looking forward to just chilling down the river for a couple of hours and waiting for the tide to go back out so we can cross over and head further north. What do you think, Han?
Yes.
So we're just wading our way down Eli Creek. It's lovely quiet in the morning. Yesterday there was probably 150 cars or so, so it's good that there's not too much of a crowd at the moment, although I did hear a tour bus just arrive. But the water down here is so clear. It's fresh water, so it's just stunningly clear. And in the footage it actually looks like it's kind of like brown water. It looks like mud, but it's only the sand at the bottom. It's just so clear you can see right to the bottom. So really nice little walk through here, really refreshing. We've got our pool noodles in the car, so Hannah's keen to go back and get the pool noodles and float down the creek a few times. That sounds like a pretty good idea, to be honest.
Oh no, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Oh, I thought it was a goner for a minute then. We've just left Eli Creek, had a bit of a dip. Fortunately, we brought our pool noodles with us, so a little bit of a dip and a float. But, okay, Eli Creek was amazing, but I think the best entertainment had to be watching the cars trying to cross Eli Creek at varying degrees of high tide.
People are stupid. Some people are stupid. Oh my god.
It was car crash TV, it really was. There was a Ford Raptor that went through with no snorkel at pretty much high tide and went quite fast through a fairly deep bit, and
the water went all over its bonnet.
A huge wave just went.
And yeah, go on.
Yeah, a huge wave went all across the front.
Yeah.
And it was really close to sort of the sea, so it would probably be a mixture of fresh and salt water.
Yeah, it'd be mainly salt water. And it came out steaming like anything.
Yeah.
And
the engine was steaming.
It literally didn't get out of the water. It just cut off instantly, and 2 hours later they're still on the beach trying to get it started.
Yeah, so someone had to winch them out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not looking good for their car, I'm afraid.
It's just Like there was a specific line that you could take at high tide and you would be all right.
Yeah.
But no, this guy had to take a different line to everyone else, and that's kind of what you get.
Oh well, these things happen, and I suppose as well, there's varying levels of experience in terms of driving along here.
Well, true, but I'm not experienced, but I'm not silly enough to do that.
Yes, yeah, that's fair enough. And there was another car that got bogged in there as well, wasn't there? So it's
wasn't in 4-wheel drive.
I know.
Apparently.
So anyway, we've safely made it across the crossing, and we had a nice few hours actually. Had a bit of breakfast there, just had a bit of a relax, and bit
now
of
we're
a
just
swim.
Driving north, we might check out Champagne Pools if we get there. Well, it's still high tide at the moment, so it probably needs to be low tide.
Yeah. It's pretty soft sand driving at the moment too.
It's still very soft.
So we're taking it fairly slow. So I think it's probably about an hour's drive.
Yeah, I'd say so. And then I'd really like to do Indian Head, but I have a feeling it's closed now. So I'm not sure. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, it looks to be a bit of a water crossing here.
Yep.
Splash.
So we've taken a drive all the way down to the end of the beach to a place called Indian Head, which is just behind me, you can see here. Now, unfortunately, there's a lookout up there, but it's closed at the moment. So we've done it before and you can get some amazing views of the beach all the way down. But unfortunately, it's closed. So that's a bit of a shame, but we can go further. You can go inland a bit and there's a little spot called Champagne Pools. But at the moment, it's not quite low tide and we've just looked at the road to get there. And it's very, very, very soft, and cars a lot more capable than us were kind of struggling to get through. So I think we might not risk it, and we'll just kind of stay around here, maybe go for a swim, and maybe take another drive down the beach and check out what else there is. But yeah, unfortunately, Indian Head Lookout is closed, but luckily for us, I have a drone. Let's put it up.
It wasn't it? Lucky. So lucky we managed to get this room. We went to reception and she couldn't believe that we only booked this yesterday. She said they booked out till February.
Score.
I know, high five. What number? 148.
Oh yeah, this will do. I'll have the double bed, you have the single bed.
I don't think so. It's our last night on Fraser Island, so we've come down to the jetty to watch sunset. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's been a lovely day today. I appear to have missed a couple of spots with the sunscreen, so hurting in a couple of places, but that's rapidly disappearing as we're drinking our first pint of lager, a nice Byron Bay lager. So here we go, here's the sunset. It's really beautiful. Chris is just guarding the beers while I talk to you guys. And yeah, tomorrow we have another day here and we are getting the 5 p.m. ferry back to the mainland and to pick up Archie. But I think tomorrow we've got a couple of things planned because now we're back on this side, so the west side of the island. We are going to go visit Central Station and Lake Mckenzie tomorrow. Exciting. Okay, we're excited about this one. We're here at Lake Mckenzie. So this is right in the centre of the island. It's about 1.5 kilometres long and almost a kilometre wide. So it's a big lake and it's some of the freshest water in the world. So it's surrounded by silica sand. It's called the Perch Lake because it actually sits above the water table. It's about 100 metres above sea level here on Fraser Island. And so as all of the water seeps through the sand, it gets filtered. So it's a really good filtration system. And therefore the water is so clear and pure. In fact, the local indigenous people, it used to be a water source for drinking for them. So they actually never swam in it. But they have strict rules. So you're not supposed to wear sunscreen or anything because again, it's a really important source of water for local animals. We're just really looking forward to it. We have been here before and yeah, let's do this. No more talking, let's go see it. We've now come over to Central Station. Central Station was developed as the forestry headquarters back in 1920, and back in the days when they used to just chop down a load of the trees here on Fraser Island. Obviously, that doesn't happen anymore, so there is no town here. There's maybe 1 or 2 buildings just left, but obviously it's now a national park here.
Yeah, there's a few little picnic tables and stuff. It's a really nice place to have some lunch. And it's a good point. There's a few walks that kind of branch out from here. So we're going to do one of them. We're going to do the Wongul walk. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's just a little boardwalk, about a 1K walk, not too strenuous. And again, we've done it before and remember it being really a really nice and peaceful walk. So I think we'll check that out.
Yep, we're nice and full. We just sat at one of the picnic tables and we brought a few bits. We've got a fridge in the tub of the ute, so I just had a cheese sandwich and just had an apple and a couple of bits. You've got to be very careful eating because of dingoes. So there are set eating areas here, and you just have to make sure you take away all of your rubbish with you so as not to attract dingoes.
Yeah, you've got to be very dingo aware here on Fraser Island. But,
lots of dingo signs around the place.
Yeah, exactly. So all right, well, let's go find the start of this walk and check it out.
Okay, let's do it. Thanks for joining us for another week. We are just about packed up and ready to move on, and we've had such a good time here on the Fraser coast. Fraser Island is spectacular, it really is. We've had so much fun doing the 4-wheel drive tracks, driving along the beach, Eli Creek, Lake Mckenzie, and then treating ourselves to a night at Kingfisher Bay Resort, which was just heavenly, it really was. So all good things must come to an end, and it's time to move on. Archie's also had a great time while we've been here, hanging out with his doggy friend, and yeah, so it's been really good. So thank you for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate that, and like and comment on our video. We hope to see you at the same time next week for our next video, and you look after yourselves. Take care.